Sup, my name is Reedy for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. And this Tech Tuesday, we're going to be talking about another card that comes, I want to say, from Mikey. And it's actually a great card. In all seriousness, it really is. Because the trend of you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! We gotta offer more cards that you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And Prohibition is pretty much just that. I'm going to break it down for every one of you to understand. So, obviously, most of you by this time have either dealt with side frames or dealt with playing your magicians and getting anti-spell fragrance. If you've never gone against either, you are a lucky son of a bitch. That is the easiest way to put it. In all seriousness, play Prohibition against side frames, it shuts down the whole deck. Until they draw MST or an out for you, it shuts down the whole deck. Is all you have to do is call the vanilla, play Prohibition. There we go. For pendulum decks that are basically going against other pendulum meta decks, you basically can call Fairy Wind, Twin Twister, MST, or my favorite, Anti-Spell Fragrance. Because if you're playing pendulums and your opponent flips up Anti-Spell Fragrance, unless you have Twin Twister or MST, it's GG. And Prohibition, honestly, is one of those cards that is going to shut down a lot of meta decks and is going to come back into flavor if you allow it to come back into flavor. It is one of those things that, once again, can resurface to the top and say, look how good I am. It's one of those cards that you can go and stun your opponent that they won't be ready. Oh, Monarchs. Let's talk about Monarchs. Monarchs are a big problem for everyone, right? Guess what? Call the little light one. Now you slow down the whole deck because they can't get to the dark. They can't get that normal summon. Or you could just call the dark, and then they can't do the double summon. And then they have to bring out the field card. If you got the Twin Twister, and you got the MSTs, you're good to go. And then Monarchs just cry in a corner. But that's if they don't have set up already. If they're set up already, well, that's a different story. And then it's going to be, well, it's going to be basically who goes Yu-Gi-Oh! First and who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! First. We're getting in one of those formats. If not in the coming weeks, about a month, then we will shortly after Breakers of Shadow. We're going to have Cyber Drug Infinity, we're going to have the Trap Tricks, we're going to have the Solemn, we're going to have the, I want to say we're going to have everything for Performer Paladin Friends full powered, because knowing Konami. We're going to have a lot of things that basically would say, no, you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anti-Spell Fragrance will be in popularity to a degree. At least I feel it will, because they'll immediately shut down pendulum decks. If you break their skills, they will not be recovering. So Prohibition leads the way of finding a new use again. You know, say, hey, this is a great time for me to play. And I do have to give kudos over to Mikey for coming up with the idea for this Tech Tuesday on it. I don't know if he was joking or he's being 100% serious, but in all seriousness, this card is amazing right now, coming up post Bosch. So give it a whirl. Trust me, that's not a pun. Give it a whirl, and trust me, the results will prove themselves to be goddamn good for you. Anyway, I gotta go work on a Blue Eyes deck, version 2, and a Monarch, so I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out for now.